Hey folks, I'm back. It's me, Mahmood Chowdhury, aka the People's Coach, aka your host and speaker for today. Now people, in today's video I want to talk to you guys about an interesting subject regarding relationships, falling in love. Yes, that's right people, I want to share a realization that happened to me, well, maybe about a month or two ago between me and my spouse. I'm sure each and every one of us out there have had a taste of love, or have fallen in love, or being in love, or are in love. There's different levels of love in a relationship, but in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about my own personal understanding and realization of falling deeply in love. I fell deeply in love with my spouse. I'm still in love with her to this day, but there was an occasion where the love just grew so much, it was just deep. It grew so deep, I was falling in love with my spouse. I realized how much I loved her so much. I was scared, I was threatened, I was feeling vulnerable, because at that moment, you're falling, you're scared, and you want to tell your spouse this. You want to tell your spouse how you feel. You want to express your feelings, but at the same time, you're vulnerable because you don't know what they're going to say. You don't know how they're going to take it. You don't even know if they're going to take advantage of you or not. That's the scary part. And you don't even know if they feel the same way about you. And you could be falling in deep, deep love, but you want that bit of reassurance. You want to know that your partner feels the same way about you. You want to know that your partner is also in love with you. And then all of a sudden I expressed how I felt towards my partner. And at that moment I also realized I'm deeply in love with her, because I realized so many beautiful things that she has done to me through time. She's been there, standing side by side. She's put up with so much of my crap, my mood swings, the times I'm upset with her, the times I'm yelling at her, the times I'm shouting at her. She's still there side by side. Not only that, she's still kind towards me. She's still loving towards me. She's still showing me mercy. She's still doing things for me. She's still trying to please me to this day. She's taking care of my children, our children. She's taking care of my well-being. She's doing favors for me. She's there side by side encouraging me. And that you can only realize deep, deep love through time in your relationship, because through time you really find out what the person is all about. Through time you share so much experiences, you share so many ups and downs. But the question is, personally for myself, in my own relationship, I've had more ups than I have of downs. So this has made me come to realize that I love my partner so much. People, and even to this day, we're still growing, we're still thriving, and we're still learning new things. We're still making mistakes along the way, but we're refining, we're reflecting, we're repenting, and we're trying to make the best out of a worse situation, the best out of a bad situation. That is what a relationship is all about. That's what love is all about. That's what deep, meaningful love requires time for it to nourish. You have to nourish it in order for it to flourish. You can only realize how much you love someone depending upon how much good that they have done for you through time. And in that time you have to go through so many ups and downs, trials, tests and tribulations. And you have to see either if your partner brings out the best in you or the worst in you. That is how you define if you are in deep, deep love. You realize how good that your partner has been towards you, how patient, how understanding they have been towards you, and also how you work things out, especially when it comes down to conflicting and challenging situations, when it comes down to argumentations and having different viewpoints in order to deal with things, or just general outlooks in life. That's the thing about deep, deep love. You only realize that through time. I'm not talking about infatuated love where you see someone and you fall in love with them. Because it might be you've fallen in love with an aspect of them, or an idea about them, or you've conjured up something that they are inside your head, but in reality they're totally different. But the thing I'm trying to bring to your attention is deep, deep love. The only way that you will experience it is if you're in a thriving relationship. And how do you have a thriving relationship? Well, I'll tell you what, people. You can only experience this if both spouses work at it. You have to work at it, and that requires commitment, two-way commitment. If one is committed and one's not, then you ain't truly going to experience this. I'm telling you, there's light at the end of the tunnel of a thriving relationship, and that's something that each and every one of us out there deserves and needs to experience. And you will experience this, providing that both spouses apply themselves with effort, commitment, sacrifices, and in saying this, you will have your downs, you will have your conflicting and challenging times. There will be problems, but how do you raise above this and go beyond? How do you work things out? And that's down to you to decide and decipher, work things out. Try and stick at what works and filter out the things that don't. Look for effective ways of dealing with things. Look for effective ways of communicating. I'm not ashamed to admit that I am in love with my spouse. And we're still growing to this day. And there are times when she really winds me up. But shortly afterwards, I forgive her, and vice versa. That's the whole level of maturity of love. When you're upset with your spouse, are you able to forgive them? Are you able to make amends? That's what love is all about. Love is not just nice affections and appreciations and kind words and actions. No. How much do you love your spouse, or how much does your spouse love you when it's conflicting, challenging times? Because if you truly love your spouse and you care enough for them, you try to look for ways of working things out. You try to look for ways of winning their hearts over. That's what true love is about. It's not just one-dimensional. Love is so broad. People, I've just gone on and on. I've just given you my little realization, my experience, my perspective. That's all I wanted to do in this video, is to bring some things to your attention and just share it. Share some of my thoughts, my ideas, my experiences, my realizations. I hope that's been insightful, and perhaps maybe you can share some of your own experiences with me or with others out there, or help them, empower them, enlighten them. That's why we're here, people. We're here to help one another. Until then, take care, stay strong, stay focused, and always live to learn to power and inspire the lives of many, as well as yourself. Bye for now.